Hey artsy friends, this is my composition art journal series, part 38, Mindset. So this is where I transform a cheap composition notebook into an art journal, one page at a time. So I started by creating background layers on all of my layouts so that I have a jumping off point for my creative process. And gosh, I am almost done with my journal. With such bright colors on this background, I wanted to stick to mainly black and white to bring out my page because black and white always adds contrast. And so I figured that was where I was going to start. So I'm just playing around, creating pockets of space, kind of equidistant from my little groups of circles. Art journaling for me is kind of a balance between intuition and purposefulness or intention. So I do pay attention to the lines, yet I try not to overthink things. And if I do something that I didn't really like or wasn't really intentional, some people might call it a mistake. I try not to stress about it and just go with the flow and see what can come out of it. Because a lot of times our oopses turn into something new that we didn't even know that we were going to end up with. So I love that about art journaling, that you kind of make it up as you go. It's funny, I just had dinner and my husband came home and I had like 4 different pans with different things. And I said, I wasn't feeling well earlier. I'm kind of fighting a sickness and my brain was just like, I couldn't think of a whole meal. I just could think of one thing at a time. So I got zucchini and I chopped it up and I threw it in the pan and sauteed it. And then I thought, oh, we have some broccoli. I'll saute that too. And so it kind of reminds me of art journaling because I didn't know what my finished meal was going to look like. I ended up cooking garlic cloves and mushrooms in butter, which was delicious. And what else did we do? And then I had some ground beef to use. So anyway, it was kind of a weird hodgepodge, but it all came together and it was sustenance. So that's kind of like art journaling. Sometimes we don't know what the full recipe is going to be. We just kind of make it up as we go. And yeah, so I always enjoy the process. And I'm usually either listening to something, some music, or trying to be contemplative. It's kind of a meditative thing where whatever's been on my mind, sometimes I will incorporate that into my pages just because I want to flip back later on in life and go, oh yeah, I remember when I had that aha moment. So we're 4 months into 2024 already, but this year, some people choose like, this is my word of the year, which I didn't really intentionally choose that. But if I were to pick a word, it would be mindset, because I'm really working on changing some of my mindset sets. So I decided to write down some of them. And first being that change begins with a new mindset. So that's kind of my jumping off thought, and I'm just going to journal some more thoughts in between my spaces. So better than before is the idea that I don't have to reach these grandiose, ideal goals overnight and focus on that and feel like a failure because I don't measure up. If I just work on being a little bit better than yesterday or before in any aspect of life, I should say, then that's progress. And so if we measure our change and our growth just by comparing ourselves to where we were yesterday instead of only where we wish we were, then I think we will, at least me and my personality, will be more encouraged to keep going, because if I can see a little bit of growth, a little bit of change over time is going to make a big difference. In fact, that was my next quote. Small changes over time makes for a transformed life. So some of these ideas I've probably gleaned from wise people, but some I just put them in my own words. So if they sound familiar, they probably are. I think the small changes came from Atomic Habits, which I did not read the whole book, but I did a 7-day trial to Blinkist, which is an app where you can listen to, I think they're mostly nonfiction. Maybe they have fiction too, but you listen to books, and they're like 10 to 15 minutes where someone just gives you the main points, the meat and potatoes, the cliff notes. So I listened to Atomic Habits. So let's see what else I wrote here. Trust in Yahweh with all your heart, because that is my number one mindset. Fill your neural pathways with the mindset you want to have, and you will automatically start thinking alike. So that's kind of a brain hack I learned from Cass from Clutterbug. She did a really good video about that, about how if we just, basically purposely brainwash ourselves with the kind of messages we want to believe, then it starts to feel natural. Calm, inner calm, outer order. Sorry, I couldn't read my own thing there. That's something I strive for in my home. I am a declutter coach and home organizer now by profession, which I'm just getting my little business started. But I think there is a lot of significance to that, to our environment. And another quote, open your eyes and your ears and your mind. It's not really a quote. It's just a thought that I had. So anyway, these are some of my thoughts rolling around in my head. And I really like the way this page turned out. My letters are, and writing is, I don't know. I like it. I won't overanalyze it. You can like it or not. It's up to you. So anyway, I hope that you are enjoying watching my process. I always said I would never say hit like and subscribe because I think it's cheesy, because everybody knows that you're supposed to do that on YouTube if you want to. But studies have shown that if you're not cued, then you probably won't think about it, or you just forget and move on to the next one. So if you do enjoy my videos, please like and subscribe so that we can hang out some more. And I hope that you're inspired and that you are encouraged to go have some fun and play and make some art.